Okay, so it is helpful to remember our rules for sig figs. If we look at our first example here, it is division. And the rules for division are that your answer will have as many sig figs as the value with the least amount of sig figs. So in this case, we actually don't have to do the math. All we have to do is count number of sig figs. So this has 5 sig figs, this has 3 sig figs. Our final answer will have 3 sig figs, even if we don't do the math. If we look here, this is multiplication. It follows the same rule. This has 3 sig figs, 2 sig figs, and 3 sig figs. So our final answer here would only have 2 sig figs. All right, let's look here. Now our next two examples are addition and subtraction. Let's look at those rules. For addition and subtraction, the answer has as many place values after the decimal point as the value with the least number of place values after the decimal point. So yeah, for our addition and subtraction, we are going to have to do some math to see what our final answer will have. So let's look at this example. 45.9 minus 40.9. Uh-oh, it's 5. But our calculator doesn't tell it to us in correct sig figs. The right answer would be 5.0, since each value has one place value after the decimal point. So this answer would only have 2 sig figs. Now let's look at this one here. 101 centimeters plus 2.87 centimeters plus 9 centimeters. That answer is 112.87. And since 101 doesn't have any place values or any digits after the decimal point, our final answer cannot have any place values after the decimal point. So our final answer would round to 113, which would have 3 sig figs. So for the addition and subtraction, you have to do the math to figure out how many sig figs your final answer would have. But for the division and multiplication, you just have to count the sig figs of the values to determine how many sig figs your answer would have.